Joseph Oaken here. Now to get back to Oak's opinions and the whole point behind it, which was every couple of days I hope to present a topic or two or three, whatever is occurring at the time that I feel passionate about talking. Today we're going to be talking about Mayor Bloomberg's hope to ban sodas over 16 ounces in the city, and Mayor Cuomo's hopes to reduce the punishment for under an ounce of marijuana to a ticket instead of the misdemeanor that requires an arrest. First, we'll start with Mayor Bloomberg. Mayor Bloomberg wants to ban all sodas, or soft drinks in general, over 16 ounces throughout the entire city. He says this is because the obesity has become an epidemic in the United States, and everybody just shakes their head and moves on. Says this is terrible, but what can we do? So he says, I'm going to take an active part, and I'm going to put it stop to anything over 16 ounces. Well, it's all well and good. But then the question becomes, who is Mayor Bloomberg to tell me what I can and cannot drink? How much I can drink? So I can't get a 32-ounce gulp? I'll buy two 16s if I really need that. No, probably don't. But the point is, I have the option to drink that. Same thing goes for cigarettes. They just tax the living daylights out of cigarettes. I can still buy them, I can still smoke them. Cigars, I can still buy them, I can still smoke them. But it's my choice. Same holds true, in my opinion, for sodas. If I want to buy a 32-ounce gulp or 42-ounce, whatever they call them, I should be allowed to. It's my choice. My problem if I drink it and don't exercise enough. I'm overweight. I know I am. It's my problem if I don't exercise enough to lose the weight of the additional calories, sugars, and all the other bad stuff that's in sodas that makes us all terrible. It's my choice. Parents need to watch their children. They need to control what their children drinks soda-wise. It's not entirely difficult. It can be done. I've seen it done. So, where does Mayor Bloomberg, aka the city of New York, get off telling me how much I can and can't drink? Next thing you're going to tell me is I can't order anything over than an 8-ounce steak. Next thing after that, you're going to tell me I can't order anything over 2 pieces of chicken. You know, it's my body. I can do what I want with it. That's what the argument is. As long as I'm not harming anybody or anything else, I can smoke, I can drink. As long as I do it carefully and respectfully, I should be able to drink as much soda as I want. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? I'm going to fart? Where does it stop after that? Sorry, Mr. Bloomberg, I don't believe you have the right to tell the restaurants in New York City what they can and can't sell and the amounts of soda, because it's just going to open up the floodgates. I know you're trying to stop obesity, but it's just going to open up a floodgate of all of a sudden cracking down and banning serving sizes all over the place. Now, Governor Cuomo. I really don't know what I think about this. I understand the concept. They want to reduce the penalties for having less than an ounce of marijuana on you. Right now it calls for an arrest. They want to reduce that and make it a ticket. Now, I understand why. So many people walking around with marijuana that every time somebody's caught with it, they got to run them through the system. I heard a news report. 50,000 people in the past year were arrested and run through the system of New York City's courts to deal with having less than a quarter of an ounce of marijuana. I don't agree with smoking marijuana. I think it should continue to be outlawed. I am very much on the fence about this, though. I completely agree and understand why they want to reduce it, but at what risk are we reducing it? Are we now saying it's okay if you have this amount, as long as you don't use it? Or use it in public? Are we going back to the Prohibition? Prohibition in the 1920s said you cannot sell or transport alcohol, or spirituous liquors if you wanted to go that far into the exact quoting. But it didn't forbid you from drinking it. If you had it in your home already, once the prohibition had begun, You are allowed to continue drinking your private stock. Is that what's going to happen with marijuana? I can own a quarter of an ounce as long as I don't smoke it in public? How is this going to be okay? Putting aside the whole concept of whether marijuana is illegal or not, or should be legal or not. As of right now, it's illegal. Now we're going to turn it into a slap on the wrist as opposed to punishment. Now, I'm one of those people who do believe that the punishment for having marijuana overly excessive sometimes compared to the punishment some other people getting. You get like 10 years for being a marijuana dealer, but you also only get 10 years for being a rapist. Something's not a change there as well. But I think you're going too small. I understand you want to free up the manpower and free up the court systems, but I don't think this is the way to do it. I don't know. This is Oak's opinion.